Hello. As usual, we are here on the server, and hope you guys are enjoying that new series that I just released on Sunday, along with SilentMyst and Liam. It's going to be a series that we're doing. When did we say we would do it? Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, I think. So it'll fall in line with my dinosaur series somewhat, but that's okay. I don't mind posting a couple videos in a day. So let's see. The series is us playing a Vex map, and if you've never heard of Vex, he's this sort of a map evil genius. He creates these maps to be extremely difficult. They're filled with detail, and it kind of goes from there. They are super hard, and let me concentrate on what I'm saying. The objective, is to collect all the wool that's scattered around this world. So, me, SilentMyst, and Liam are playing this, and it's fun. I think so far we've recorded about 8 episodes, so we've got lots in the bag. But you see, the problem, I'll tell you right now. Oh, it's not a problem with those two guys. They're great. But the problem is that what I find happens is when this ever happens... Wait, let me... English! Do it! Do English! Okay. Concentrating on what I'm saying. Not getting distracted by me placing dirt. What happens when you record anything with a group of people is... oh, that's all my dirt? Is you have to kind of coordinate things properly. So, first of all, you gotta all find time to record together, and I mean that can be a little bit of a problem when you have different time zones and different schedules. Like basically, I could stay up all night and just not sleep, and I'd be fine with that. I never got out of college hours, as they call them. So I can go on very little sleep. Probably not the healthiest thing, but I could do it. And I think SilentMyst, he's about the same. He could just about do it at any time. But Liam, he's in school and he's on the other side of the world, so we really have to kind of check our schedules and make sure that we can do it. Actually, I'm gonna go and collect some stone. We have to check our schedules carefully and record all at the same time, but it goes beyond that in the difficulties. When you're recording with other people, you have to kind of do sound checks, and maybe one of them is lagging a little bit more than the other, so there could be some difficulty there. What I think the first few episodes will be like is probably a bunch of what's the right word for it? Not troubleshooting, but sort of a learning experience. We have to kind of figure out what our settings should be like and kind of go from there. Maybe one person's screen is a little bit darker than the others, and I don't know if we want to fix that or not, but we could do that. So just things like that, little things like that. And so far so good, though. I'm having fun. Like I said, we recorded about 8 episodes, so one of the biggest problems is that if we have any issues, they probably won't be solved until like 8 episodes from now. So, oh, and there's SilentMyst right now. Daddy Rooster. He, I saw that his screen was a little tiny bit darker than ours, and for example, my volume seems to be a little bit quieter than the other people recording, so I don't know. Maybe we'll fix it, maybe we won't, I don't know. We're kind of lazy that way too. So, it's all good though. That's going to be a new series, and I haven't done a co-play in a long time. I know that I'm currently planning another one. Whoa, that's probably way too many cobblestone slabs. Oh well. I am planning another one with someone else, but I don't know when I'm going to be doing it. Once again, I made too many things. I'll just throw them on the floor for now. Oh, nether bricks cooked, finally. Yes. Good, and some glass there. Okay, here we go. Well, change of mind. Let's just throw all the cobblestone in there. Yeah, throw that in there. Can I pick this up? Yep. Throw it in here with the rest of the stone. And that is really about it. I want to keep the rest in my inventory. Put this on the bar. I never have it on the bar. Fortune pick, silk touch pick. Silk touch is what I want. Just in case I break something I don't really want to break. Okay, so let's go. Apart from that new series, I'm thinking about doing another series. And I've actually recorded the first episode, had a bit of problems recording it. But I figured it out. So I think that series is going to be released, but I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing about what I've got going right now. Oh wait, I can't do this. Yes, I can. Perfect. Saving on blocks by only putting the top. Like that, maybe. I'm not sure how I want this to look now. Scratch this idea. Okay. Let me just do this first of all. Kind of just figuring it out as I go along here. I want like that and like that. And then that can be... Maybe? Maybe? Yeah? How does that look? I think that looks okay, sort of. Maybe it should be completed like that. I don't know. I'm not going to work on that yet. Anyway, getting back to this new series. Okay, so I'm posting this new series. I'm pretty sure I'm posting it because it looks absolutely delightfully fun. I can't even believe that it's fun, considering that it's extremely, well, I could say that it's kind of childish. The content more than anything, it's based on well, I'm not going to spoil anything until I post it, but it is kind of based on oh, I can't even tell you what it's based on or it'll spoil it. Just know that something new is coming, and what I was thinking, as hard as it is for me to admit, my Better Than Wolves series. It's a fun mod. Oh boy, is it ever fun. I love playing that mod. But the content... What the heck just happened there? Huh. It almost looked like it created a stair. Strangely enough. The content of the Better Than Wolves mod is kind of... it's not the most exciting thing in the world, let's say. I admit it. There's not a whole lot to that mod. Mechanical power, and then once you've done that, you're pretty much done. So, stop making the stairs and then messing me up. So what I was thinking, and this is just, why did it do that? Don't go down there when I don't tell you to. What I was thinking, let me finish my sentence. I was thinking of getting rid of the Better Than Wolves mod, just because it's not the most exciting mod for you guys to watch, and I mean, I can picture myself going and doing it for a long time, but I think with this new mod, I could picture myself going on for much longer. There's a lot more content, a lot more to see, a lot more for people to look at, and I just like the idea of doing something like that, which is entertaining, rather than having this Better Than Wolves mod, which I admit it doesn't get very many views, and I've never really minded that it doesn't get any views, because I don't do the mod for the views, I do it because I like it. However, I do like this new mod, and so when I'm faced with something where I could like this new mod just as much, I'm thinking to myself, well, then I could probably get rid of the Better Than Wolves. It's okay. It's okay. I don't mind. Now, for any of you who have seen my Better Than Wolves series, that would of course mean what happens to the Q&A. Everybody loves the Q&A. Ask me a question, any question, and I will answer it. That kind of thing. I love it too. But what I'm thinking is just continue it, right? I mean, what's the harm? My new series, whatever, if I post this new series, would have the Q&A instead. Now, the Q&A has always been kind of, ask me any question and I'll answer it type of thing. And it's actually held the series back quite a bit, so I don't really want it to get to that point too, but I'd still be willing to do it. Definitely. Just because people seem to like it and I like it too. So, there we go. I'm all the way at the end. So I guess I just wanted to ask your opinion. I don't know how many people actually watch that series, but nothing much would change. Well, actually, the mod that I'm thinking of is completely different, so a lot would change. But the content itself, I'd still do the Q&A, and hopefully that won't stop for any reason. I can't picture myself stopping that for any... What the heck? Patch? Is that him? Yes, of course it's him. He's currently working on something. And I don't know, I don't think he knows that I'm recording, but this guy, he gave me that Shears catalog. Do I still have it on me? No, I lost it. Whoops. No, it's in one of my chests. He gave me the Shears catalog, and basically it was saying, I will build you any redstone device that you want. You just name it. And he gave a list of all the different things that he could build and that. And I kept basically harassing... Yikes! That guy scared me. I kept harassing him. And when he said, what kind of redstone device would you like? And I said, automated record farm. Which I know, because I've built them. They are extremely difficult to create. I don't even know how he's going to do it. And they take a lot of resources, a lot of time, a lot of space. And he said anything but that, basically. Here, let's look at our chat. See? Let's see. Where is it? Ah, here we go. La 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 la. Poet, did you pick a redstone device yet? Record farm. Anything except that. But the Shears catalog clearly states anything. And it really does. At the very end it says anything. So, here we go. He's going to build one. At least I hope. It's always the wrong mushroom. Oh, I guess he's trying for the brown one. Maybe. Or something. I don't know what he's trying for. No, I don't know. But, yeah. There he goes. Building me something. Now, I've built a couple record farms in my day. I built a manual one. And the manual one actually worked quite well, if you don't mind basically risking your life to get records. The way that it works, maybe I'll quickly explain it. I don't know why, because he's building something. But the way that a manual record farm works, kind of, is that you have... Oops, not like that. Shovel is just amazing. What is this shovel? Efficiency 4, I'm breaking 3. You get a hole like that, and you get a hole basically, doesn't really matter how far away it is, but say like that. And the gist of it is that you have pistons all around it, okay, with blocks on top of them, right? Follow me here. Let me get some light. Okay, so you have your picture pistons underneath these 4 blocks, and this has the same thing. And they're sucked down so you can't see them. You can't even see them at all. But they're there. You basically guide a skeleton into the hole by, well, basically getting him to follow you and shoot at you. Okay, and put a pressure plate, and when he steps on that pressure plate, the pistons shoot up and he's trapped in there. Then you get a creeper, and you get the creeper to follow you. And you get the creeper to fall into this hole. And then once they're lined up like this, you go into a third hole. Maybe it looks about there. Don't want to get blown up. And the skeleton shoots through, hits the creeper, and you got a record. Easiest thing ever. Hopefully I explained that properly. Okay, so that's the manual record farm. Or at least what I call manual. The next one to make is automated record farm. And that's what I've told him to make. I don't know if he's going to do that one or not. But the way that an automated record farm works, as far as I know, is you make a very, very large room. Huge, empty, blackened room, darkened so that mobs spawn all over the place. And you put some iron golems in there. Okay? Because iron golems will kill all mobs except creepers. Okay? So you do that, and they basically will kill everything that comes your way. Except for the creepers. So you take those creepers that weren't and spiders, I think, but that's easy enough to get rid of. You basically just you make it so that there's only a certain spawning area that they can. Well, you don't need to really know the details. I'm just explaining it. You filter those creepers, and it's best to have a skeleton spawner, kind of like the one that's just right over here. So you spawn all your private skeletons in, you get all the filtered creepers in another door, and basically they automate the process. Friend of mine has a video on it somewhere. I don't even really know where, but you could find it. That's not good. I was just going down there to clear it up a bit. Sword's not on the bar. Crap. Okay, we can do this. Ha! Did you see what I did, Patch? Look at me, taking on that creeper. Okay, let's light this up. I don't know who was down here, probably me. Didn't light it up at all. Not down here either. Come on, get a torch. There, good enough. Look at how dark it is. Creepers spawning every which way. And down here too. It's just like unexplored. All around spawn, just completely unexplored everywhere. Okay. So I just came down here just to cover that up a little bit. Give it a tiny bit of protection from who knows what. And we're going to do like this. Just to give it that little bit of extra protection. There we go. I feel safe, don't you? And I don't have any more torches, so that'll have to do. But there you go. I could actually, I don't have enough dirt on me right now, but I could actually probably fill this in somewhat. So if I went like that, and then I went like that, yeah, I'm short 2 blocks. Let's just take cobblestone. I mean, what the heck? There we go. Looks good enough from here. Okay, so he's building his little house. Doing the work for me. Good guy. Okay, now I guess I'll start on this side. There we go. So this side I want to do the same kind of idea with the ice, but I don't have any ice left, so that's going to be interesting to find some. Okay, so let's do these. I like the way that cobblestone looks as a floor material, because cobblestone really should be made for pathways and stuff. That's what cobblestone in the real world was used for. So that looks like this look right here with the stairs like that. I love that look. Much better than this. But I'm doing this because that's basically how the town looks right now. I don't know if this is going to stay or not. I may actually have quite a bit of materials left if they decide to change their minds again. I don't know. But we'll see how it goes. Hopefully they stick with the one idea for at least a little while. So let me think. Let me tell you a story I was just thinking about today, which was kind of funny. Was when I was a little kid. And I was little, like not in school yet, little, like maybe 3 years old at the very, very most. I would think. Should I go like that? So you can just walk up, or should I go like that? How did I do it over here? Oh yeah. Okay. I might change that. So here I was maybe 3 years old or so, and I lived on a farm. As weird as it seems. What? There what? There? That looks like a good day's work. I agree. What is it? I'll give him a heart. There we go. So, I lived on a farm, but it wasn't really like, you know, with cows and pigs and horses and stuff kind of farm. It was just farmland. So, the way that it worked basically was, I don't know if I like that. The way that it worked basically is we had farm acreage. And an acreage, if you don't know what an acreage is, I don't know how I can help you. But it's a very large area of land. Okay? So we were on an acreage, and we basically, I think, rented out the farmland that we had. We had about 80 acres or so. And we rented it out to farmers who would plant wheat. Mostly wheat, actually. But we had sunflowers one year. Mustard seed. Mustard plants. We had those. So we had lots of little things like that in my farm. My dad drove a giant green tractor, which I forget the brand, but it had something to do with what I called it. I called it Ollie the tractor. And hey, I was 3 years old. Stop your laughing. So Ollie the tractor was this big green tractor that I really, really liked. And it's not like a tractor that you're thinking of right now. Like this thing was old style, like from the 50s, I think. It was a retro tractor even for those days. So I was just in love with this tractor, envious of it, in fact. You know, when you're a little kid, you want to be just like your dad, just like your mom. You know, you just want to be, you want to emulate what they do, that kind of thing. So there I was wanting my own. So he got me one, which is kind of funny. He got me a tractor of my own. It wasn't a real tractor. It was just one of those little push pedal tractors. I don't know where he found this thing. I have no idea. But it looked identical to Ollie, the big tractor. So I loved this little tractor. I loved it. It was like my most prized possession. That won't last me. I'm going to make another one. There we go. This tractor was my most prized possession as a 3-year-old. Like I would wake up and go outside and make sure that the tractor was completely untouched by dust, and right where I had left it, I used to park it literally right behind his. And therein lies the story. See, he would pull up in his giant tractor after tilling the garden or something. And I parked my tiny little tractor right behind his. Well, unbeknownst to me, one day, he ran over my tractor. Now, what does a father do? What does a father do when you just run over your 3-year-old's most prized possession in the entire world here? what could possibly happen. I would have been devastated. So what he did is he took the tractor, he threw it into the back of his pickup truck, drove it to the dump, and I never saw that tractor again. The funny thing is that I never even knew that it was missing. Isn't that funny? I didn't even know it was gone. My most prized possession in the world. As a 3-year-old, I had no clue that it was gone. Funny. But that puts things into perspective, really. I mean, people are very, very funny about what they keep and what they possess and what they have in life, especially for the children, you know. But I think, you know, if you've got kids and you're afraid of, you know, bringing them up improperly, not giving them everything that they need in life, I would suggest, and hey, I'm not a parent, I don't know if what I'm saying is offensive or anything like that. I don't think it is, but I hope it's not. I'm looking for potatoes. I don't have any potatoes, raw potatoes, to plant in my field. I just have baked. I baked them all. I was baking up a storm. I baked all my potatoes. I don't have any to plant. Crap. I guess I could plant some wheat there for now. I don't want to plant wheat. I want to plant potatoes. Anyway, what I was getting at is, as a 3-year-old, I had this tractor that I loved. And when it was gone, at the end of the day, I was still happy. And, you know, having that possession didn't mean that much, I guess, when all was said and done. Man, no potatoes. Okay, well, I'm going to go and maybe look for potatoes somewhere. But I'm going to end this story and end this video. I guess what I was just trying to say is, if you, as a parent, give your child what they need as far as maybe clothing and feeding and that kind of stuff, really, that's probably all that they really need in life. What's going on over there? Look at that big ravine right by. Huge ravine. Slime inside there too. Wow. It's amazing what we can see when we're spying through a world hole. Anyway, like I was saying, what I'm getting at is provide your kids with the necessities and they'll be happy. They'll find happiness on their own. I mean, as a kid living out on the farm, I would be outside just running through the farm all day. And to me, I was never unhappy. You know, it wasn't the most exciting life in the world, but I wasn't unhappy despite not having very much. So, with that said, I mean, I was listening to some people today telling me about how their children all have iPhones and this and that. And, you know, I have no problem with children using technology. That's not it at all. It's the kind of the dollar amount there, and hearing them talk about, oh well, to ground them I took away their phone and it was the end of the world and they were screaming and this and that. I mean, there's something to be said about manners and behavior, and I don't know what's going on here with this cobblestone wall. Something to do with Remco, they say, and I'm not supposed to ask questions, so I don't. Anyway, basically, what I'm getting at is a kid will be fine because a kid is a kid. And a kid can find just as much fun in a grasshopper bouncing outside as it would with the most expensive $600 iPhone. You know, it's not necessary to give so much when at the end of the day they might not even remember losing that thing if it were gone tomorrow. Very, very funny that way. One day I'm going to go up and see what this whole thing is. It's huge. It goes all the way over to town. I don't know what's happening, but something's going down. Something. Anyway, that's just a tip of the iceberg. I'm not going to get into that huge discussion today. But I've always felt, you know, When I was a kid, I didn't have very much. No $600. I got a new Nintendo, SNES, Super Nintendo. I had already played the original Nintendo for years and years and years. Wore it out basically to the point where it didn't work anymore. And I got a new Super Nintendo, which I know cost my parents a lot more than they would have liked. But even at that, I didn't get it when it was new. I got it when it was several years old, like 5, 6 years old. I got a Super Nintendo, and I was perfectly happy with it. It's funny. My nephew right now, as many problems as he has, and I'm sure you've heard about them, and I could go on, but he's playing a Nintendo 64 right now. That's what he has at home, and he's happy with it. Kids are happy with the smallest things. You don't need to worry about getting them the most expensive stuff. Worry about taking care of them, and the rest, the kids will still love you in the end, no matter what. So, with that in mind, I'll say see you next time. Enjoy the new series with the other RedCubed members, Liam and Drew, SilentMyst, and two L's, two I's, A and an M. Liam. I like that series, and stay tuned for a new series that may be replacing the Better Than Wolves. I want to hear people's opinions on it, and maybe I will over the next few days and take things into consideration. But in any case, bye-bye.